Hey, Yuna! No way. Hey everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel, and today I am super duper excited because finally I'll be doing my first listen / full-on review to Girls' Generation's 7th full album called Forever One. Now, as much as I want to kick this off right away and go straight into the album review, and you guys have been anticipating this and waiting for this moment as much as I have been trying to find the time to do this full-on album review, I thought, hey, why not? To celebrate this moment, I'm gonna do unboxing to their album, both versions, including the deluxe version that I have in my hands here. And keep in mind, before we get into the album review, this is gonna be split into 3 different separate videos, 3 different parts, mind you, so you guys could actually watch my reactions and see the analytical process that I love to do within my album reviews on albums and stuff for each and every B-side, of course. But let's just get into first version here. I really love this one with the Forever One sticker. Usually stickers coming from SM tend to be on the plastic ceiling of the albums, but I like how it's on the physical album here, shining and shimmering above the members who are also shining and shimmering. Looking stunning in that group family photo. And let's see who I pulled, because I'm pretty sure you guys unboxed your album, saw the photo book already, but I'm gonna do the polls first, and then we'll go a bit through the photo books and such, and admire all the members. So the first member I have here, I already saw the back, Tiffany, of course. We love to see that I pulled Tiffany here. I really love this one. I love her pose in this one. So that's my first photo card from both albums, and then folded poster. Okay, I got Yuna. One of my huge bias wreckers in Girls' Generation, I've got to say. Coupon code for Superstar SM that I will probably end up using and not showing the code to you guys. Oh, I got Taeyeon's postcard. We love to see her postcard here. Really love my favorite, teaser pick and concept for actually the members is definitely this taxi, like sort of New York-esque classic taxi scene, of course. I really like that. And then that will be all. And then we get into the photo book. First page. Taeyeon, stunning. I don't want to fold these pages. I don't want to bend anything. Oh, this is so good. Sooyoung and Tiffany here. Go through this very carefully, but I also don't want to stall this album review. Definitely gonna have to show each and every member before getting into the deluxe version and all. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and it shows the tracks and such. Moving on to the deluxe version. I love the design with the heart, everything shaped as a heart. Ooh, the back here. Designation, the 7th album, Forever One, routes, 10 tracks. I love the styling and the typography and the overall aesthetic for this physical album. But let's see. Oh, and the side here with the hearts. That's what I noticed in Forever One. Like, if you guys haven't popped, at least, I almost dropped this, the deluxe version, you gotta. Like, if you're on the fence, you gotta, guys. Okay, let's see who I pulled before we get into, of course, the photo book. And I got Taeyeon. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this scene here in the car here. There's her message on the back there. So far I got Tiffany and Taeyeon. Yeah, so bias wrecker. Actually, I have multiple biases, believe it or not, in SNSD, and I'm pretty sure you guys do as well. This is actually a group photo card, which I love a lot. I'm sure everyone's guaranteed a group photo card. If not, maybe I am lucky, but I really love this one here. It has all of their signatures all at once. I usually don't see these kind of photo cards, I mean, with also group signatures, so this one's a special photo card to have in my collection. And if anything, after unboxing these albums, it makes me want to collect pretty much all of their photo cards for this era. Sunny, we love to see it for this foldable card here. I'll show you guys one more time. So good. Oh, and I keep getting Tiffany. I got Tiffany's, like, I believe this is like a bookmark of some sort. That's really cool. Cosmic Esta ticket and all. Some stickers. Gotta love stickers. Another SM Superstar Town code. And then the track listing, a mini foldable track listing pamphlet here, which is really cool. So we're gonna experience all of these tracks today. Actually, I can see who's taking part on all of these. Ooh, Sebastian Thought. Yeah, a lot of familiar names that I'm gonna have to mention in this album review, including Joombas and all. But going in the photo book. Okay, let me go to a random page. Let's see. Yuna. We'll just like do like 3 random pages here. More of the taxi getup and all. Let's see if we get to like an individual member one here. Oh, that's the same one. These are the same ones. Okay, let me stop at Sooyoung. There we go. Loving all of these. Oh my goodness, this has to be literally my favorite group one right here. All of them together. Wish there was something on this other page, but that's completely fine, guys. Absolutely in love with my polls, but other than that, let's dive into the first B-side and kick off this album review now, shall we? Alright, so the first track we have here is called Lucky Like That, and I'm seeing one huge familiar name working behind the scenes with Girls' Generation. For those who are that I'm not familiar of, I'll make sure to familiarize with them, but that individual is Sebastian Thought. Now, if you guys are not familiar, get familiar. I've seen him work in the past with the likes of SF9, ITZY, Twice, if I recall correctly, even NCT Dream. But even with Girls' Generation, the likes of Tiffany and her song called Once in a Lifetime, as well as Taeyeon's lovely release with Stay, and the list truly goes on, right? But without further ado, let's dive into Lucky Like That now, shall we? Whoa! Love the start to this. Wait, we're kicking off with the chorus? The strumming of the guitar with Taeyeon in this verse 1, though. Love the drum to the shakers that are being done here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up, guys. Woo-hoo. Lucky Like That. Song's immediately catchy, but so lighthearted in terms of the delivery and so sweet. Wow. Yes, Tiffany. Like, I believe there's some string work. I'm gonna have to hear it again later on. This got me reminiscent on the likes of Girls' Generation's OGG song called Fermata for sure, but more so rock influenced. Whoa, post bridge. And the Sohyun. Are they gonna bring it back here together? Speaking of rock, ooh! That gnarly guitar work. Yeah, that's that string work. Lucky like that, we're lucky like that. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Lucky like that, we're lucky like that. Oh my goodness, what a song to kick off this album review, guys. Like, seriously. Lucky like that. If anything, the how it wrapped up and all with the climax and such after that post bridge with Yuna, if I recall correctly, it was starting with the lines of you and me. Outstanding. Like, it reinforces of what I was like feeling of like, wow, this is low-key, got me reminiscent of Fermata, right? Very lighthearted, yet so sweet, light on its feet. Yet, you know, it moves you emotionally at the same time, but also very rock-influenced, especially near the end there with the gnarly guitar riff and all in that climax, and hearing the strings just go out like that, whether it's digitalized strings or synth strings going through there. I'm gonna have to hear it out more. I'm gonna try my best to do so without jamming too much, because in the moment I'm just jamming along, missing out some elements and instruments that I may have missed. I'm sure of it, but I gotta give it to everyone behind the scenes, Sebastian Thought and SNSD, for this one of Chorus. What a way to kick off the album of Course after Forever One, following up from Forever One. I like it, you know, very uplifting and very positive in terms of the vibes. But I'm gonna have to bring it back right from the beginning, which happened to be a chorus, just hitting us like that, not taking any time to kick off. Like, no, they're not gonna give us an intro or a verse one laid up later on with the pre-chorus and then the chorus. No, they're just gonna give us a chorus into an outstanding verse one. And can we just appreciate that even though this song does not take the extra mile, end up being like 3 minutes or more than that, I'm gonna say it right away here. I need to get this off my chest, and it's so hard these days. It's so hard these days to pull off a song under 3 minutes. Usually for any song that's under 3 minutes, especially B-sides, is that I really want more and more. But in this case, yeah, no, Girls' Generation, you know, they really pulled this off, where I'm not feeling like I'm missing anything, yet the song doesn't feel overly repetitive, you know what I'm saying? It moves me in certain ways, right? Emotionally, and also in a way where I really want to just jam along to it. So let me kick it off right from the beginning here, shall we? Just how they sing this together. Lucky like that, lucky like that. Yeah, this started with Taeyeon and the strumming of the guitars and such. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, I gotta hear that out more during Sooyoung's moment here. Strumming of the guitar like a rhythm guitar, whether it's analog synthesizer work. Yeah, like synth strings in the back of some sort. It just like glancing through just like that. Love the vocal effect work in this moment where it makes me, admittedly, I don't know, is it just me or it like makes me feel like a little bit vulnerable and all, you know. Or more so, I think the right word is special. I think the right word is special here. The follow-up, right? The follow-up with the drum work into them bringing it back together is phenomenal. That string work going back and forth on a loop, I believe, is beautiful. It adds so much to the song, and just the uplifting kind of vocal delivery that they're providing in this song is just everything. So there's a good ebb and flow when it comes to the production and setting up SNSD, you feel me? Sunny's part here, so pristine and all, very clear and distinct. Dun, dun, dun. Plucked strings, some plucking going on there. Lucky like that, lucky like that, we're lucky like that. Super catchy to the point where this song is very memorable, right? I told you it may be earwormy and catchy, but it's not overly repetitive, and I appreciate that for being it like that. And I could sense already, foresee in the future of me listening to this song for a very, very long time, just like many of their other B-sides that they have released and all. But let's go back here. Let's actually fast forward over here. Yeah, this was outstanding right here. Okay. I'm having a realization here that I mistaken. Okay, mind you, I need more sleep. But okay, this was, right? This was the bridge with Yuna. The shakers. Oh man, this chord progression is so beautiful in this song. Bridge. Yeah, that post bridge into this instrumental rip and breakthrough with the guitar is beautiful. It just feels like I'm in SNSD universe, right? The sing-alongable factor at the very end here. You make eye contact, lucky like that. Oh, in the back too adds so much. That background vocal work. Wow. Really set up SNSD so well in this song. Great ebb and flow, like I said. But yeah, I just can't help that this is so uplifting, so consoling, but it moves you really emotionally, right? And even though it is uplifting, it's uplifting in the most positive kind of manner, right? So yeah, let's just continue this album review. Listen, I don't want to get too caught up in Lucky Like That. I can totally see myself keeping this song on repeat in the playlist and rotation, but let's get into the next B-side now. So this next B-side is called 17. Now, I'm seeing Sooyoung and Tiffany take part on the lyrics. We love to see it, but I'm also seeing Obi taking part on the composing side with others, and I'm familiar with Obi. Daniel Obi Klin has been part of many of my favorite songs from many SM artists and idols. I've got to say, the likes of or Sunny and Henry allows a collaboration for You and I, EXO, Red Velvet, if I recall correctly, even the likes of Super Junior, Luna, and many other artists out there, of course, within the K-pop scene and outside the K-pop scene. But yeah, let's get it. Oh my, the start was Sohyun though. Oh, the sentimental strings here though. Love the piano chords here too. Oh, whoa. Yeah, that what's going on here? It's blowing my mind so far. Just that start from Sohyun, and now as it's progressing, phenomenal piano work. But there's definitely like this classical feel to it. It's like I'm possessed. I will wake up led by 17. Some lost in translation. Feeling like 17. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm getting what they're putting down here so far. Hyoyeon! Love that. Oh, she ain't stopping. How she's working off with Taeyeon and Sunny though. Soyeon and Yuri, right? The chimes there. This bridge here though, so soulful with it. Oh, that drum kit work is so well done. Oh, there we go. Oh, bit of switch up there. Oh, I just love the bit of twist at the start there, bringing us with that piano, that grand piano feel. You know, at first I thought this was gonna be a full all out sentimental type of song, but it switched up, and like the overflowing like confidence that I'm getting here, like I can envision it's like all of the members just strutting it down the runway or the hall right now or somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Feeling like 17, you know, feeling like, hey, this is me. I'm gonna do whatever I want, however I feel like doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting that kind of confidence just in the sort of strutting kind of delivery, not only in the vocal work, but also, of course, how the instruments and elements play out in this song, you feel me? But how this song kicks off is so outstanding. I think I need to play it right away to really point it out to you guys, truly. This part, this start here, how Sohyun sets the tone like this. And then later on, she has another part. I love her parts. Like, she owned this song so much as Hyoyeon did. Like, I feel like those two members really stood out to me, but then the other members shined in their moments as well. See the sentimental string work, you know? Maybe it could have took more so the jazzy route, but no. Hey. I love the breakdown with the hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I love it, I love it. I gotta get used to singing along to it though. Give it more listens. Just a little bit of that tinkling of the piano in the back there, not too prominent, adds so much during Tiffany's moment here. A little shy, but a clear sign. I can only look at you between the sounds of I feel like almost as the song progresses and progresses, you could hear the confidence grow and grow, you feel me? But it's definitely like that I don't give kind of vibe, you know? "17." Yes, the hooks, the melodies in this song, beautiful yet super memorable. And I feel like this song is like so SNSD. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I felt it like in the previous track as well, but like everything about this is so heavenly and angelic. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's where they played me. When I was 17, it just like, it sounds like a rap verse, like, hey, listen, like, listen to my story, hey, I'm gonna tell you all, when I was 17, okay? Fill the road with flowers, now I'm growing up, wiser, see me acting. This line is fire though. And not only these lines, like from Hyoyeon herself, coming through with it, I literally love, I would say, her delivery and the attitude behind it, her approach in terms of her attitude, how she jumps on the beat, and then later on with those lines, how she flows and messes it up like that, you know, it's like, oh my goodness. In a good way, when I mean messing it up, you feel me? Really love the breakdown with the hi-hats. This is the other moment that I love by Sohyun so much, guys. The bridge. Just how she's working upon, notice this. Well, even before this, like during Hyoyeon's moment, I forgot to point this out. Like this moment right here. That has to be Taeyeon there, you know, doubling there. Then bringing it to Taeyeon solely, then bringing it back to Hyoyeon. And then, if I recall correctly, it was Sunny, right? There we go. Yeah. And just how, you know, Hyoyeon, Taeyeon and Sunny were playing off each other during Hyoyeon's moment with the rap lines. Soyeon's moment here. With Yuri. The chimes transitioning here. More soulful with it. Ooh, the harmonizing. Here comes the sentimental strings again. With the playful piano work. Hey. There we go. Whether it's the runs, the ad-lib works, the falsetto work, they always hit it. They always know how to hit it, all of the members that come through with those vocal techniques. And of course, rap. But yeah, let's just get into the next B-side before we get into part 2, of course. Keep in mind of this first listen and album review. So this next song is called Villain. Now, I am seeing Sooyoung and Tiffany be the only solely individuals on the lyrics part to this song. We love to see it, but I'm also seeing Tiffany with Josh Cumbie on the composing side. We also love to see it, but also the arrangement side, we also have Moonshine. If you guys are not familiar with Moonshine, get familiar. You need to get familiar by now. Has been taken a part of a lot of masterpieces and releases that I love to this date. But let's just get into Villain now. Whoa, this intro here. GG, yeah, that reference there in Pursuit. Ooh, the sort of ringing in the back there that's being slightly muted. Okay, Yuna. Wow, that verse went into a refrain here with Hyoyeon. Hey, hey. Ooh, the claps with the quite the cynical string work with Sunny here. I love it. Oh, that rugged electronic bass work though. Bit of sirens too. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Yuri? Hey, Yuna! No way. Hey, hey, hey. That was insane. Like, that felt like a verse 2 by Yuna, but another refrain. Ooh, the swelling here with the revving. With the claps added with the snare drums. Oh, that string work is phenomenal, but yeah, this is like, I gotta say, the modern day SM style, the attitude up front in your face kind of delivery, especially with the shouting and chanting, but with a big SNSD twist. Sunny! Just the clicks here. Oh, the tuning on that bass work with the strings going on here with Taeyeon. Wow, okay, so far, right away I gotta say, my favorite B-side. So far. I'm gonna follow up of why I'm saying so far later on. Call me the villain because I'm busy killing. Wow, and what a way to wrap up the song. I mean, like, come on. The vocal direction in this song is phenomenal. The lyrics, but also, I gotta give it to Josh Cumby and Tiffany on this. How this played out, sonically is outstanding, but then the arrangement side with Moonshine, just how things were being done from the very beginning right away into like a refrain, and then we thought, okay, sure, if you maybe, okay, there's that one refrain, but then later on we got another refrain after another verse, which was verse 2, and then that countdown and that 3, 2, 1, if I recall correctly, by Hyeon, into that those fire lines by Yuna. And Yuna is a huge bias wrecker for me, in case you guys didn't know, if it wasn't obvious. And I know she's a bias wrecker within SNSD, like, sure. And also, I love the K-dramas that she's been a part of, the likes of K2. If you know, you know. But yeah, everything was so well done. But the one thing that I could really say right away, like, this is so modern day SM kind of style that's like being, I would say, loved by a lot of people, and being done within the likes of NCT, aespa, of course, especially with a lot of that distorted electronic bass work, distorted bass, or, you know, really electrifying kind of synthesizer work, you know what I'm saying? But everything being so hard-hitting, and the lines being shouty and chanty and all like that. But keep in mind, there's moments where I'm like, oh, there's some like vocal chants, sampling chants here and there. There's some things that really build it up really well in this song, like swell it up and then bring it back to the main, you know, meat of the song, which is definitely the chorus. And I like how the chorus is set up like that in this song. So with that being said, let's get into a second listen and see if I could really decipher everything that's going on, because this was mind-blowing. Dispatch over. Black vehicle. Yeah. I'm sure they're gonna need backup for SNSD. This kind of looping of this ringing kind of sound is cool. It's like slightly muted, but it's there in the back, right? Still. Backseat? It's not even verse 2, and Hyeon's in this refrain after verse 1. I'm like, okay. Yeah, right away. That is cool. I just noticed this. Okay, hear this out with me. There's this sort of like hype man type sound in the back there, that like sampling, vocal sampling, is like the sort of choir, like like very Greek-esque, you know what I'm saying, like Renaissance type of esque. You know what I'm trying to say, to make everything sound more epic. Hear this out. It's like very choir like. Yeah, it's not like a hype man type of like hip hop sampling, but it's definitely this sort of like very choir-esque you know, type of sampling that's really adding to these moments, not just in Hyeon's moment, but also, of course, during Taeyeon's moment later on. But I'm gonna have to double check for Yuna during her refrain after verse 2. Yeah, the details in this song, very well considered. The multitudes, the various strings that I'm trying to say here is like, well done. But if anything, this chorus, yeah, it's that modern day SM kind of style, but with an SNSD twist, some sirens ringing here and there. I love how on beat that is, the siren, and then once it hits 10, it fades out, right? Instantly. There's that, yeah. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Even during Yuri's moment here. Okay. I gotta listen to this third time around with the 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Is it just me? But like Yuna's lines here got me feeling vicious, got me feeling violent. Like it. Oof. Oh, this song is so sharp like a knife, especially with the string work. Very cynical with it. Now here's the swelling part that I was talking about. Dude. It's scaling. The claps, the snare drums now. Very rudimental with it. Yeah, but I like SNSD like signature style twist to it. You feel me? If you guys know, you know. And like, if it doesn't, I thought it wouldn't even get better, but it did get better with Sunny. And I think if anything, Sunny and Yuna, huge standouts in this song. Huge standouts for this song, okay? Okay, this climax moment, I've got to admit, how everything's being like tuned or like mixed and mastered like this, like being more elevated, grandioso and all. But yeah, pretty much what I was saying earlier is like, I feel like so far it's gonna be my favorite B-side. It's not gonna be the #1 because as much as I love hearing this new side, the SNSD, with their signature twist to it, I also like, you know, songs that are so partly on, you know, coming from the roots of Girls' Generation, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, Girls' Generation's wheelhouse is huge. Like, they've shown different sides to themselves across many eras and comebacks and such, and also individually amongst all the members and all. But also, like, it goes to show you, you know, their type of range, their flexibility in what they can do. It's like, sure, okay, we can do our style, but we can also put a twist to like this sort of modern SMD. I was gonna say SNSD, but a modern SM style type of sound that we hear quite prominently these days. And to be fair, a lot of people do favor this kind of style, but for this, I feel like there's a nice happy medium between that style and between what SNSD is known for, you feel me? And how everything was done in terms of vocal direction is everything. And I feel like on my recommended feed here after checking out Villain here, is like Tiffany. I'm sure Tiffany directed this song, considering she was on the composing side. I could be wrong. I need to watch this clip on my own time, and such. But yeah, the vocal directing was so well done, as much as the mixing, mastering, and the arrangement to this song. Like, this needs to be performed. I could totally see a badass choreo tied along to this. But hey, enough talk. Let's just keep this train rolling, this album review and all, and see you guys in part 2 for this full-on album review and first listen. See you in the next part now.